Hey, scientists, or shall I say engineers, let me tell you, your back scratches that I saw already were amazing. Again, you don't have to have it completed till Friday, but I saw some really good work. Thank you. If you take a peek at this picture, we've been studying in Bible class that God made things to make our world beautiful, right? He made all sorts of things, and He also made man in His likeness. So there are things in the world that are God made and man made. And because God made us in his likeness, we can reason, we could think, we can create things because God is creative. Our world is not boring at all. So, in our photo that I have on the screen, I want you to look at it. I want you to think about something that might be God made or something that might be man made. Take a peek at that photo. Can you tell me some things that God made and things that man made? I see some things that God made. I see some people actually like on that bridge, some trees, some grass, right? Bushes. Awesome. Those are God made, the sky. hmm But there are also some things that man made, and man, did they do a great job on this picture. They were so creative. What are some things that you see that man made? Buildings, bridges. And those things helped solve problems. So an engineer made the building. He made the building so more people can fit in a smaller place, right? Because he made the building tall. Or he made the bridges, we talked about that already, so they can get from one place to the other if there's water or something in the way. So those were things that man made, and they used science and math to help solve the problem. The next photo. We're going to skip some photos, so we might just pass around.
Do you use
We talked
headphones?
about those problems yesterday, so we're going to skip
What is
that.
me?
All right.
By
So
the
at
end
the
of this
end of this
lesson,
lesson,
I
you
will
want to
be
be
able to
able to
describe how people
describe how
understand
people
problems
understand
and make
problems and
technology.
people make technology. That's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and listen to this
How are cell
quick
phones and robots alike?
video.
People called engineers design them. Watch the video to find out what engineers do. Engineers start with a problem, such as how do you make a car that doesn't need gas? A problem is something that needs to be fixed or made better. Engineers look for solutions to problems. A solution is something that helps fix a problem. Engineers build skyscrapers, for example, to hold many people in houses and offices. This solves the problem of needing places to live and work. Engineers solve problems using math and science. Math and science help engineers do things such as build bridges. Engineers solve many kinds of problems. They do everything from building dams to designing the way lights are used. Have you ever been on a Ferris wheel? Engineers make it fun and safe. The next time you dip on a roller coaster, cross a bridge, or ride an elevator, think of the engineers who made it possible.
All right. So engineers, let me see if I can find my volume here because it's going to keep talking. Engineers solve problems for us. Let's turn to the next thing. An engineer is a
An
person
engineer
we've
is a
already talked
person
about
who
who uses
uses
science and
math
math to
and
solve
science.
everyday problems.
A
And we talked about
problem
Mia,
is something that
and a
needs to be
solution
fixed
is
or
what
made better.
fixes the
A
problem.
solution
So
is
for a
something that
back
fixes a
scratcher, the
problem.
solution was to create a scratcher, not too short because it wouldn't reach the itch, not too flimsy because it would fall apart, but to make something that would work. And we talked about it lots of times that an engineer may not have it right the first time, second time, third time, but we talked about not giving up and keep trying until we got it.
Choose
So they
each
use
picture.
math to solve problems. We talked about that already.
What do
All right,
engineers
so
do?
we've been talking about things that
Choose all
engineers do.
correct
Can
answers.
you help me figure this
Find
out?
and
What
solve
do
problems.
engineers do?
Use
Do
math
they
and
solve
science.
and do they
Ask
find and solve
questions.
problems? Definitely. Do they use math and science? Absolutely. And do engineers ask questions? Yes, remember they ask the question, what is the problem? Let's check our work. Let's see if it checks. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. All right.
Now it's
It was
your
right. You
turn
did
to
get them
act
all
like
right.
an
They do
engineer.
those things.
Put headphones.
All right.
You have
What?
just
You
finished.
just finished
What
what is
is
an
an
engineer? So today
engineer?
we're going to work a little bit. My computer's kind of acting up. Sorry about that, first grade. Let's try that. There we go. So,
Do you
have
ever use a
you
tablet
ever
or ride
used
in
a
a car?
tablet or ridden
Tablets,
in a
cars,
car?
and many
Well,
more
I know that
things
for a
are
fact,
kinds of
right? We've all
technology.
done that.
Choose
So
each
we're going to
picture
choose
to
each
find
picture
out
to
more.
find out more. Let's turn up our volume.
Technology is what engineers make to meet needs and solve problems. Which objects are technology? Choose all correct answers.
So technology could be something that man makes that makes things easier. So let's talk about the first picture, the lamp. Is a lamp something that's man-made? Yes, it's definitely man-made. And is a lamp something that makes things easier? Well, absolutely, right? We could see in the dark because of a lamp. So definitely that's technology. A tree. Is a tree man-made? We know that's God-made. Now, we definitely need a tree to live, right? It's how we get our oxygen and be able to breathe. But that's not technology. So we'll skip the tree. How about a pencil? Now, I'm sure many of you would think, well, a pencil doesn't seem like very cool. But let me ask you, is it man-made? Yes. Does it help us? Yes, back in the day, many years ago, like way back in the olden days, they did not have pencils. So they wrote with like a stick and they wrote like maybe in the dirt. So when the pencil came out, do you think they thought that was a pretty cool thing? You bet you they did. So a pencil actually would be technology. Going to learn that technology is something that engineers make to help them solve the problems. Today, you're not going to have any work to do. You are going to keep working on your back scratcher if you are not done with your back scratcher. And then starting tomorrow, we will come up with another problem and we will find our solution. So great job learning about engineers, and I will see you soon.